I'm Gary Pallister, and you're watching Mariners TV.
So Lee, what are your thoughts on the game tonight?
I said to the lads after the game down that I thought it was, very similar to Saturday's game, in so much as we got off to a really positive flying start, gone 2-0 up in the space of 13-14 minutes, and then they've just kind of hit us with a sucker punch, quick goal, great finish from them, and then we've suffered the injury to Ben Clark, and we've just hit a bit of a lull, like we did in the game, through the mid part of the game on Saturday. We came in at half time, we had a chat with the lads about a couple of things, and we talked about, we got in a couple of times with a little bit of an earlier pass in behind them, looking to penetrate a little bit earlier. We asked them to look for those opportunities, and the lads maybe took it a little bit too literally, and were probably diverted too far away from our, being a bit more patient and getting a bit of rhythm with the ball. But then again, credit to the lads that came on as substitutes, injected a little bit more energy for us. It kind of got us going again, and scored a goal towards the end and finished the game pretty comfortably, pretty strong.
Another 2 goals for Cole today, another one for John as well. It's a good partnership building up there, isn't it?
Yeah, you can tell they've played together. You can tell they've got that understanding, which is great. So it's always good to have your goal scorers regularly on the score sheet, so they're nice and confident all the time.
And Ben came off there in the first half as well. How's he, and how much of a blow is that?
Yeah, it's a worry, because it's more than a worry, because it's not looking good. He'll get assessed by the Gateshead physio team tomorrow, but I'll be very, very surprised if he's back any time soon. And obviously Ben's been a big influence, not just on the pitch but in the dressing room over the last 3 weeks. His leadership has been fantastic. His performances have been really strong. So, but that's what we've got a squad for, and that's what we've got a high quality squad for. So lads, will get chances, to play in Ben's absence, and it's up to those people when they get that chance to take that chance.
I was going to say, you mentioned the lads on the bench here that came on and made an impact. That's what you've got them there for, isn't it, for situations like this when you're going to be out without a player like that? Yeah, and I thought Louis Story did really well when he came on, replaced Ben Clark, but Barry and Briggsy, did really well, the pair of them. So they're knocking on the door, and they're giving us the kind of the cliched old problem that every management team wants to have, and that is, where do we go with the next starting 11? Who do we put in there? 2 of the goals tonight were quite similar, where the lads got in behind and they squared the ball. Was that nice to see them stop
great.
Selfish play like that?
Great. And what's most pleasing is that when you see a forward going in on goal, that we haven't just got players standing and hoping that he sticks it in the back of the net. Give him an even easier option, just to square it along and stick it in the back of the net. So it was we scored 3 good goals tonight. Yeah.
Another great crowd for midweek as well. 1,000.
Fantastic crowd, and they're always, they're fantastically supportive of the lads. I think there's times where in the last couple of games where we've got to try and utilise the crowd a little bit more. I was watching the footage back from the Whitley Bay game, and the 4th goal where the lads have come flying in one challenge, and then they backed each other up and they flew into the next one. The crowd's going crazy. Then Carl sticks it in the back of the net, and the roof comes off, and that's what you need. And it just the players and the crowd feed off each other, and that's what we've got to try and do, as much as we can when we play here at home, because we've got unbelievable support.
Just finally, another home game Saturday against Rye. What's your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, again, we'll have a good training session on Thursday. We'll prepare properly. We'll watch and review the footage from tonight's game. We'll pick out some key points and look to make progress. We're still a new team. It's all about, as it always is, about progressing as a side. So we'll be looking to do things properly, like I say, do a bit out on the pitch, do a bit reviewing the video, and get ourselves fully ready for Saturday's game.